$5. Um, Basically is like a Star Wars but with guns. No lightsabers, just Star Wars with guns. And it stars with a bounty hunter who is a Mandalorian, and he basically goes on just doing bounties. As he do his job, people didn't see season one. He do his job, he gets a big reward on a small little package that go to the Empire. The Empire, people know this is after all the movies have finished and everything else is done and gone, but there's still glimmers of hope of the Empire somewhere else. As he with his package, it is Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's this is a little Baby Yoda, basically. No, it's not the Yoda from the Star Wars movie, but it's a Baby Yoda. So the Empire's looking after it. Long story short, as he turned the package to the Empire, what half of the Empire, he got second thoughts and basically kept it for himself because he's a child, he's an infant, and a lot of stuff ensues, and everybody's after him. Like I said, I catch season one, which is very good. Season two, which is very interesting, season two. Check that out because there's new stuff in Horizon. I think they talk about the Sand People, which they never talked about in the movies or in some of the comics, but they talk about the origin of the Sand People, why they called the Sand People, and they called something else.
The fifth?
The Sand People.
What were
people
they called?
No. They're called Barionians, Barionians, if I get that pronunciation right. And how they called Sand People is kind of a very racist term, basically, because they're not Sand People, people authorized. They're just a different type of race of alien. But throughout the series, for the movies, if you look in the movies, you call them Sand People, not the other way around. So, and it was a very good educational thing when he called stuff that many people don't know about. Also, you have the origin of the Ewoks and how the Ewoks came to be what they came to be, which is kind of interesting. You never talked about it in movies, but in here he talked about it and give a little backstory on how they call these type of names, and that's interesting. That's very interesting. Check out season 1. It's on Disney Plus. And check out season 2 as well because there's 3 episodes out right now on season 2. I catch 1 episode of season 2, which you got the black lightsaber, the dark lightsaber, which is also another rare Star Wars myth because there used to be a light, it'd be a purple, orange, blue, and red, but not a dark one, which is very rare. Nobody talks about a dark lightsaber. So one of the characters that is African American, he has a dark lightsaber, and there's only one of its kind. So he travels around with a dark lightsaber around, which is very interesting. So check that out. And also it tells the origin of Boba Fett, what people don't know about Boba Fett. Because Boba Fett used to be a one-up character again in the movies, because people were supposed he supposed to be this badass, but he died I think in one movie, Return of the Jedi, he died 45 minutes in, but now they stretch out his origin story of Boba Fett and how Boba Fett came to be. But anyway, so yeah, check out that. One movie that I also get to see is a documentary with Michael Jordan called The Last Dance. basically is the 98 Bulls and their retirement. Go. What's wrong? Okay. It's okay. Take your socks off, and it's okay. No, don't take. Just wipe. Go get tissue. Oh, God damn it, Ethan. I'm sorry. It's kid problems. Dad problems 101. Sorry for the intervening folks. It's dad problems. All right, give me this. Give me your hands. Wipe your hands. Wipe your face. The sock's okay. Your pants is okay. All right, go on. Eat some more pizza. Thank you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy issues. Dad problems. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, The Last Dance. Basically documentary about the Bulls and Michael Jordan's retirement. And it's 10 episodes in. You can check it out on Netflix. Basically is about Jordan, Scottie Pippen, the head coach, and also Dennis Rodman. There's a part where we talk about Dennis Rodman, how he got into the Bulls and how he got drafted into the Bulls. Basically, he was in the Detroit Pistons, and Detroit used to be this bad boy basketball team. And basically, they just fight and cause ruckus early on. And how Jordan and his team got to get him is that their defense was in 1995 was very much a block defense, because basically they block Jordan every time he get a shot. They all round him and just go at him, which is very interesting to see about the other teams that Dennis Rodman was on, and how the other head coaches treat him to Detroit, to the Spurs. I believe of a guy who was in the Spurs for a long time ago, and how he basically escaped a gun charge because he can't handle fame. And I think one time he got so stressed out. Rodman got so stressed out that Jordan and the head coach was given like 24 hours to go to Las Vegas and party while they were in practice. He just told him, like, you know what, go to Las Vegas for 24 hours, and he did. And then he then came back. Then Jordan had to hop on a plane and take him back to practice, take him back to the game, which is very, very good story to tell. Also, it tells about Scottie Pippen and how he was jealous of Jordan because he made a faulty deal on a shoe company that he didn't want, and and how he got out of that stuff, and how he's just jealous of being a second wheel with Jordan. So it's a very good documentary. Check that out. I also check out on Netflix The Cabin with Bart Gumphrey. Basically, he's this retired comedian who basically got stressed out. He's going to have health problems. And one time he just basically told his wife and kids, like, look, I'm just tired of doing on the road. And he basically ran out of a log cabin, and some of his comedian friends came in. Even one episode is with Caitlyn Jenner, and he told Caitlyn Jenner to wax his balls, which is kind of very gayish and weird. And he was trying to wax his balls, and Caitlyn just basically ran away. There's only the second episode in. Check that out. It's very fun, and see how he deals with mental health issues and everything else. He talks to psychiatrists, and and is dealing with friends and everything else, and dealing with life and how he trying to overcome this stuff. So those out, and also the documentary on Amazon Prime about Sam Cooke and his murder trial and how he got murdered and why. Check that out too. I forgot what it's called. The thing is the song I did for you. Check that out too. It's a very good documentary too. So yeah, that's just what my TV and television reviews are for today. Also, yeah, that's it with me. Well, let me see. Another TV show I saw. It's on Peacock, which is the NBC affiliate. Peacock is free if you want to go Peacock. There's a new NBC television service that's free for everybody else to come in, which is good because all the streaming services are charging everybody. So this one's free. And there's a television show called Community. It's about community college. You can check that out too. And also WWE Network, which is also a streaming service as well. There's a documentary called The Last Ride with Undertaker, retirement. It goes by on the years of Undertaker, and also his last show is that Survivor Series, which is last week. So check that out too. And it's talking about his decades-long career, his 30-plus year career, and talk about his strengths and weaknesses, what he escaped, injuries. There's one injury that he went and wrestled with Goldberg, and it knocked him out wind so bad that basically he had to rush into the hospital. He was knocked unconscious for like 2 days, and Goldberg came with him in the hospital, and he said, "Did I won?" He said, "No, man, you kind of lost." He said, "Really? Wow," because he was so out of it. In the match, you see the match is very good. It's very good. But he talked about that one and one of the other matches he did with Brock Lesnar, which is another WWE wrestler. And basically, again, he was doing his streak thing because he was undefeated in WrestleMania, and he undefeated this streak on WrestleMania. And he talked about that and talked about the time he wrestled Hulk Hogan and how he came in Survivor Series at 1997 and how he came to be because he was going to be in WCW. Legend has it was going to be WCW, and his name was going to be Eggman. That was his name, Eggman. But Paul Bearer, who was his manager, who actually was a real pallbearer in real life. Paul Bearer basically was a wrestler when he came into business, and when he found Undertaker, he was training Undertaker, and he was wrestling with the Undertaker, but he retired, and so he managed the Undertaker full time and became what he became with, which is a very good story about Paul Bearer. If you don't know about Paul Bearer, there's a podcast with Jim Pritchard, who is Brother Love. If people know Brother Love, the guy with the white face and the red face and the fence. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, so he talked about the life and times of Paul Bearer and how that Paul Bearer came to what he became to be. He was a real Undertaker. That's why he couldn't name Undertaker. Which was a very good story, And his wife did a couple of books, and also his wife, Paul Bearer's wife, was also a wrestler too as well for Glow Federation, but she kind of